Look at that face. My goodness, but they've grown. The 3 young males of the Tsalala pride. Last time I saw them, I think they were only about 1.5 years old. The others are on the opposite side of the airstrip. There's 1 female. Must be the sub-adult because I can see a tail. 1 female. And then the 2 males off to the right of her. A little bit further. There we go. There's the 2 other males. They were playing. They were the ones that were playing, but unfortunately they've settled down now. It's very common to see animals around this airstrip, which brings us to David in Napa. You know which animal particularly likes to lie on the airstrip, David, is lions. Because the tarmac heats up and it's nice and warm. Although on a day like today, the wind is going to mitigate that effect. But they do, especially in winter, like to go and sit on the tarmac of runways. So yes, lots of the animals will come through and approach the airstrip. It's nice and open. Now the one thing about tar is that it is slippery. So for the predators, this is actually an ideal hunting ground. The lions of the Kruger National Park have learned to use the tar roads as a hunting technique by chasing the animals towards them. The animals can't get traction on the tar itself and they start to slip. Hello, lions. It's good to see this pride again after all they've been through. Morning, everybody. Hello. Good, thanks. How's it? Okay, perfect. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Cool. Thanks very much. Cheers, everybody. Enjoy. Oh, here's the question. I suspect that the young male is going to come through to this side. He's probably going to go and rejoin them. I wonder if it's not worth going all the way around the airstrip and back out the other side. Let's settle with this spot for now and just wait and see what they do. I'm also thinking just in terms of getting a little bit closer to the tree line to mitigate the effect of the wind slightly. I'm not sure what it's sounding like on my microphone. I know what it's sounding like in my ears. Okay, bear with me one moment. I'm just going to put my second jacket on. This morning I went out in shorts and a t-shirt. It's changed dramatically. Oh, I nearly whacked the camera. VM's doing the same thing. It's suddenly freezing. Okay. Now they're probably on their way towards that buffalo kill. There's a buffalo kill just behind me. Okay. Right. I can't drive across the airstrip. It's not allowed, just by the way. Which is an interesting thing, but it is... Oh, hold on. Never mind. I think the lion's about to make the decision for us. Perfect. I'm glad that's the decision it's made. I can't believe these are the same lions. It's amazing when time goes past and you don't see them for ages at a time. Then what a difference a couple of months or a year will make in terms of growth. They're actually looking really sturdy. The last time I saw them, they were still running scared as a result of the Birmingham Boy takeover. So just to give you a little bit of background for our newer viewers on this Lion Pride, I'm going to go forward slightly so that we're in line, but without blocking him. Hello, my boys. I'm still nervous a little bit. Okay. Important thing with slightly nervous animals is to just give them plenty of space and let them choose whether or not to approach you. Hello, it's all right. Look at that belly. My goodness gracious. Whatever else has happened in their lives, they are not going hungry. So, of course on Djuma, when the Birmingham Boys took over from the Matimba males, we were caught up in... Is that the one with the injury on his back? I think it is. One of them must have a massive scar somewhere on his hip from the conflict that he came into on Londolozi. So we were caught up in the drama of the takeover between the Birmingham boys and the Matimbas. The Birmingham boys chased the Matimbas south and took over their territory on Djuma and Torchwood and so on. And we were very much wrapped up in the chaos that it caused with our lion prides. Oh, we're going to see a nice moment here. He's going to go up and greet his brother, who is where? Now I've lost track. Yeah, he is. He's going to go and greet his brother. That's going to be lovely. Do the head rub. These boys, of course, will form their own coalition one day. The one thing that we then started to learn about, or started to experience, was actually the knock-on effect that the Matimbas' displacement had on the rest of the lions. The Matimbas moved south into Londolozi, into the northern part of Londolozi, and ultimately ended up establishing themselves there. Oh, okay. Fine. Prove me wrong. Your buddy's here. I thought he was going to go up and greet them. Now, the Matimbas were a massive threat to these three young males, and as a result, the tailless lioness, who's not here at the moment, she must be the one with the kill, the tailless lioness actually led them north into Arathusa, and they were running scared. They were terrified. And of course, they had the Birmingham boys. They were stuck between a rock and a hard place. The Birmingham boys on the one side, and they did actually have a narrow escape from the Birmingham boys at least once. And then the Matimba males further to the south. But somehow the tailless lioness has managed to keep the three of them safe through one of the most turbulent times in their young history. And it's impressive to see just how much they've grown. When they first arrived, one of the Tsalala young males had a massive wound on his hip. And if I remember correctly, it was his back right hip. He was always slightly slower than the other two. Where are you off to? I think they're on their way to that buffalo kill. Here comes the young lioness. She's on her way as well. They've definitely had a meal last night. They are bulging at the seams, so to speak. Here she goes, strolling forward. She's also grown since I last saw her. You can see that slightly cautious look across at us. These lions are still young, and they have had a very turbulent history. I'm very glad that you're all thrilled to see them. Now, as I said, I'm waiting in line to see the Anderson male. Just a reminder that we will be having a school drive in the not too distant future, but I promise you I'm going to do my utmost to get us to that sighting as well. We just have to wait our turn. I'm going to stick with these lions for a little bit. In the meantime, let's head across to Steph, who is back up and running once again.